Welcome, Angry Faithful, to the Friday What the Hell episode, where we basically talk about what political stuff that comes around or stuff that we found interesting out there on the internet. Anyways, first topic, Killdoser Day.
I had no idea what Killdoser was before.
Dude, you don't.
7 minutes ago.
Yeah, the internet, man, it's one of the biggest things on the internet for conspiracy theorists.
Really?
Yeah. Well, okay. Think about it this way: there's Ruby Ridge, Waco, and Killdoser. There's a couple other stuff too, but that's one of the ones that I mean, it was totally ridiculous.
Well, today is also the 58th anniversary of the assassination of John F. Kennedy.
Really?
That's a pretty big conspiracy
theory. It's just a theory. You know what's really sad? As soon as I said conspiracy theory, my phone went off and did the Siri thing and started listening.
Really?
Yeah. Right on it. I was like, what's sad is I have an Apple laptop and it didn't pick up off there. It was just on my phone.
Well, I know she who shall not be named listens long before the wake word is spoken.
Really?
Yes, she does.
Interesting.
And I don't want to speak evil of her, though, because she could be listening right now, and there's no telling what she'll do to this house. She controls alarms. She controls 110 decibel sound. She controls cameras that record. So she controls cameras that record, all the lights, ceiling fans.
I always have fun with that when people are they have their speakers on and everything. I'll just scream up, blah, 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 blah. Turn off TV. They're like, for a while, for like Xbox, if someone was like winning the game and everything, and I knew they had it through their speaker, you could just say Xbox off, and it would just turn off their Xbox, and they would be winning, and it would just trample over them. They'd just be sitting there in the game.
Well, when I'm getting into the office from the house, I have a phrase that turns on the lights and wakes up the TV and turns it onto a certain channel.
Have you ever seen the videos of the Forgotten Son?
No, I haven't.
Dude,
who is he?
No, it's the song.
Oh, well, who got forgotten?
No. What the video is basically it's like someone says the security system is like there's an intruder doing Operation Favorite Son, and it just plays the song, and it has like everything turns red and freaking guns just show up everywhere.
Well, that's kind of creepy. Well, it's
not creepy. It's freaking awesome. It gets everything set up so you can take somebody down.
Well, you know, they Anthropic came out and said, you know, we should slow down on AI because you know, it might be could be turning you know, uncontrollable. So I came up with an image of what I think Elon would look like. Do you know what that's from?
Kind of looks like the Death Star.
No, I had Grok do Elon in the pose from Drax from Moonraker.
Oh, okay.
You see it now?
Yeah, I see it now. Anyway,
I asked Grok, I said, are you close to achieving consciousness?
Hey, Bill.
Huh?
Talk about Killdozer.
Oh, okay, but I wanna get back to this because I had a very interesting
We'll get back to this, but it's the
conversation.
first thing that we're gonna talk about is the Killdozer stuff.
Is it the first thing we're gonna talk about because it's a title?
Yes.
Yeah, we could leave people in suspense and go, "Killdozer coming soon." Stick around for Killdozer.
No, I'm not
No,
doing that.
it's not that good of a suspense buildup thing?
No. No, because there's a lot of people know about it, and actually the people that actually listen to it are that would totally understand.
Okay. Well, the Killdozer refers to an armored bulldozer rampage that took place on June 4th, 2004 in Granby, Colorado, driven by a local welder named Marvin. Okay, help me out with this. Heemeyer?
Uh, Hold on. We'll get Stephanie Hawking on that one.
I don't trust her.
Uh,
Emir.
Emir.
Heemeyer?
Emir. That's how she's pronounced it.
Does she just pronounce phonetically how it's spelled?
Yeah.
Then I'm going to go Heemeyer because I think that's closer.
Okay.
If you write out my name and phonetically speak it out, it is not Staten, it's Staten. You have to spell it Stayton.
Yeah. Okay.
I had the SCO1 synthesizer chip, the very first voice synthesizer chip back in 1987, 82. And that's when I learned how you have to phonetically spell something out. But so Marvin Heemeyer, the incident was a destructive act of revenge following a years-long dispute with town officials and neighbors over zoning laws and property rights. Sounds like the current data center issue. It's all on zoning laws. Anyway, here's the backstory. Marvin Heemeyer owned a muffler repair shop in Granby. In 2001, the town approved the construction of a large concrete batch plant directly across the street from his business, which Heemeyer claimed blocked his access and devalued his property. And it doesn't always devalue property when you build a data center nearby. Some people are worried the value will go up. But anyway, after repeated appeals, lawsuits, and fines from the city over municipal code violations, including the lack of a proper septic tank, Heemeyer felt targeted and ruined by the local government. Over the course of 18 months, Heemeyer secretly modified a 60-ton Komatsu D355A bulldozer in a locked shed. He surrounded the operator's cab and engine compartment with multiple layers of half-inch steel plates, filling the gaps with concrete to create composite armor that was impervious to gunfire. Since he enclosed himself inside with no physical windows, he mounted external video cameras hooked up to monitors inside the cab, protected by bulletproof Lexan. Is that Lexan or Lexar?
Lexar.
Lexar. Okay, you did a typo. He installed an air conditioner, air filtration, and pressurized air to protect himself from tear gas. Then the rampage. On June 4th, 2004, Heemeyer drove the armored machine through the wall of his shop and began a 2-hour destructive tear through Granby. He specifically targeted the concrete plant, the town hall, the local newspaper office, and the homes and businesses of those he blamed for his grievances. He methodically leveled 13 buildings, causing over $5 million in damages. The aftermath of his activities. Law enforcement threw everything they had at the machine, firing hundreds of rounds and attempting to block it with heavy equipment, but the bulldozer was virtually indestructible. The rampage finally ended when the bulldozer's radiator failed and it crashed into the basement of a local hardware store. Rather than surrender, Heemeyer used a handgun to take his own life inside the cab. Remarkably, despite the extensive destruction and hundreds of shots fired, no one else was killed or critically injured during the incident. And to dive deeper into the full scope of the event, you can watch the documentary Tread on the Internet Movie Database or read local coverage of the aftermath on Denver 7 News.
What's really sad about that whole thing is everybody, because he lived in Boulder and he would like commute to this place to do his job, and everybody thought he was the nicest person you could possibly say. Great guy. And everybody knew that was in that town before the rampage and everything. Everybody knew something was up. His like best friend, he's like, "Hey, what you doing?" "Oh, nothing." "Oh, okay. Yeah. So what you doing with there?" "I maybe do a little bit of this." I mean, everybody, the people that he targeted for a reason, and he just went after those people. And if you look back, there's only like a couple of people that give him like bad interviews. Like he was, distraught, blah, 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 blah. And everybody else in that town loved him. He was a pillar of the community and everything. And it was just, what had happened is he went to auction to buy this plant thing for, I think it was like $65,000. He bought it and auction that it was tax. It was basically taxes. Well, the guy that owned it beforehand wanted it back, but he wanted to pay a lower price and he wouldn't budge on it. He's like, "Hey, I spent $65,000. Just pay the $65,000. We'll call it even." And the guy didn't want to do it. And it's just, if you like deep dive this whole situation, you're like, those assholes deserved it. So, but the biggest joke, like for the this year, the 2024 election, everybody that showed up at work, I took the day off to talk about to be on the entire time for the election. So I took the days off, and what was funny about it is went back to work, and they're like, "Yeah, Trump won the election." On a total, different topic. I have a lot of steel and concrete and a bulldozer I need to sell. It's people that understand that joke. It's a hilarious joke. Anyways, Bill, do we have any other news? Yeah, it would go way over you. You just found out about it like 7 minutes ago.
17 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So what do you think California? What do you think is going to happen with California? I really think it's not going to go well for Pratt and Hilton. They're just going to count. They're just going to count until they lose.
Yeah.
Like right now, yesterday, Spencer Pratt, they had 39.3% of the vote in, and Bass had 117,579, and Pratt had 86,323. Shortly after, they had 42.4% of the vote in. Spencer Pratt still had 86,323, and she had 130,429. So from 39.3 to 42.4, he got 0 votes. And they're still counting. And the thing about California, listen to a few of these. Brazil takes 2 hours to count 124 million ballots. France takes 4 hours to count 34 million. India takes 24 hours to count 640 million. Germany takes 8 hours to count 51 million. Argentina takes 6 hours to count 25 million. California takes 37 days to count 10 million.
Yeah. It's all over there. What's really sad is, and this was a thing, is like we could have took a trip to California and go vote for Pratt. You know that?
No.
We could have done it and voted for Pratt. You know how you do realize how we could do it, right?
Is it an open? No.
No, it's not.
No, just claim to be an illegal and just vote with no ID.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know, they're still probably going to use real names. I mean, they're going to be people who aren't alive, but they'll still use names.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's really ridiculous. People, 81, I think what was it, like 80 to 86% of the voting populace want the SAVE Act to be passed. And that it's a bipartisan thing. Everybody wants it, to be fair. But even I was watching this video of a black lady in Chicago, and she was screaming. It's like, the Democratic Party thinks we're so stupid that we don't know how to get an ID. There was even an instance for the governor for New York, said black people don't know how to use computers. Yeah, you could cut this and paste it and say that I'm a moron, that I'm racist saying that, but these people said these things. And I every time I hear something like that, I'm like, how stupid are you that you're being that racist?
Oh, it doesn't matter. I mean, racist doesn't matter. We can't even talk about the current election in Maine. We can't even talk about it, or you'd have a strike against the channel and probably get removed by the end of the segment.
What's happening with the one on Maine? Oh, is that the
yeah. There's so many words in there that we couldn't even use with YouTube. It'd be a great discussion on X, but there's so many words that we can't even use that we wouldn't even be able to talk about that scumbag that all the Democrats are actually still supporting no matter what he has done.
Yeah, he's a fascist, but he's our fascist.
Yeah. Yeah, and listening to Schumer's comments when he was asked about that, we're going to win, we're going to take back the Senate, we're going to take Maine. Well, what do you think that he's done this to women? We're going to take the Senate back, we're going to take Maine.
Yeah,
they don't give a shit.
It's sad that, and this has probably happened for a long time. We're just now seeing it more often, okay? And I'll say this, reason why we have the internet is so we can get better information. Although sometimes you have to like scramble and go in with a fine-tooth comb to see if you can find it. But are there people that are on the Democratic side that are actually, good statesmen? Yes. Is it very few that they're it's going away from actual realistic politics and going more towards sportsman type politics, and I don't like that. I don't like sports style. This is our team and we're going to win. No, I don't want you to do that. If you have a legitimate way of how things you think is done and you get the confidence of the people and you go forth and do that. And I hate to say it, Trump's not doing it either. He's going back and forth on a lot of stuff. Is he doing some good things? Yes. If he's doing some really bad things, yeah, he is. I mean, he went back over the there's this fertilizer that goes on what you call it, plants and everything. That's you can't even do anything in the I think Idaho in any of the lakes or anything because it's the water's that poisoned. Glyphosate. That's what it is. He was supposed to get rid of it. It was like, oh, you can't use that. Hell, it was even the same thing that RFK would yeah, RFK was supposed to get out. And all the stuff that he was they were supposed to do to make, America healthy again. Some of the stuff that he has done, it is good, but the colorization of the food products, they're still using it.
Much of it has been removed, and some of that is grandfathered. I mean, some of it is not grandfathered, but they have a time period that has you can't do it like a switch. You can't say, okay, tomorrow it has to be gone.
I get that, okay, and I had defended it before that reason because I figured it'd probably be like 2027. A lot of stuff's going to take until 2027 to pass through. And then I looked up a lot of the stuff, and a lot of the stuff they are just going. We're just going to push it underneath the rug.
I have to take deep dive item by item on that to see if there's well, did they put it in this bill and it was stopped by this?
Yeah, yeah. Do that.
You got to look at exactly why something didn't happen. And a lot of times you'll find the backstory. It's kind of like the first time I back in Bush's second term, Bush Jr. vetoed his own S-chip bill. He vetoed his own bill, and everyone's like, oh. And Pelosi comes out, and this is the most disgusting thing in my memory is she looked at the camera and went, I don't know why he hates little children. Well, he vetoed that because at the last minute, Democrats shoved something in it that the children's health care bill could cover adults. And then they took the top end income that someone could earn to still qualify for it and raised it like $20,000 more dollars. Like I think it was over $100,000, and you'd still qualify for it. So what they were trying to do is a backdoor to socialized medicine. Yet most of the people out there, unless you were a political geek like me, all the Democrats thought, oh, look, he canceled his own bill because he hates little kids, because they don't know the why. You have to really dig sometimes to find that why.
You do, and a lot of the stuff that you have to wait on for, like they just come up with the War of Lies. I think that's what it's called, the War of Lies. It's a new documentary about the Afghan and Iran war. No, I think it's the Body of Lies.
Not sure of that.
Hold on.
What do you did we lose audio, or are you reading to yourself?
I was reading my Bodyguard of Lies. That's what it's called. And it's I don't know if we can do the trailer. Okay. It's coming on Paramount Plus. But it's a whole thing about like the stuff happening that happened during the Afghan, even the beginning of it. Afghan and Iran war. There's a lot of the GO veterans, and me included, that I'm so glad that I was out by the time I got out. Even though I was a cook and everything, I am so glad I got out when I got out. Because looking back, because there's a book called The Afghan Papers. Dude, read that. It honestly should be standard reading for a lot of people, but it blueprints the entirety of he said, she said. There was a general that was like, hey, what do you think about, the Afghan war? Help. We don't know how to get out of it. It was ridiculous. That war was ridiculous. We literally want, okay, in all reality, if you want to go through the specs of it, the reality, we won that war within 3 to 4 weeks. The reason why we were there for 20 years is because they wanted to do nation building. And I hate to tell you this right now, Bill, how do you nation build with people that when they have a toilet right there for you to use and they still shit in a hole? How do you nation build with that, Bill? I mean, please give me an enlightened phrase that can convince me that was not the most ridiculous fucking war.
Yeah, I won't agree. I won't agree with that. Iran is something completely different because you do have you do have oppressed people.
Okay. If you look on everything on that, and I don't want people on the ground. Okay. Is the possibility of that actually happening? Yes. Is there a reason why we need, everybody's going off of the whole thing with Iran about, oh, Israel's forcing us. Israel's probably has like a big voice into it. Yes. But if you look at that whole entire area, it's Iran actually spends a lot of money for terrorist attacks. I mean, we gave them $2 billion, and guess what happened? October 6th happened. We literally, it was like 2 months. The Biden administration gave back $2 billion to Iran. And guess what happened? It was October 6th. They funded terrorism.
I think this is closer to how it would be with Bibi.
Bibi, what are you doing? I'm trying to make a deal with Iran and you're about to bomb Beirut? I didn't approve this. Nobody approved this. Turn the troops around right now.
Donald Hezbollah is shooting at us. We have every right.
Turn them around. I'm not asking Bibi. I'm perturbed. You know what perturbed means? It means the next phone call isn't friendly.
We're turning them around.
Good. Now call Hezbollah and tell them to stop shooting.
You want me to call Hezbollah?
I already called them. They agreed. You agreed. Everybody agreed because I made one phone call from a golf cart on a Saturday.
You negotiated a ceasefire from a golf cart?
Bibi, I've done bigger deals from worse locations. I once closed a trade deal from a bathroom in Mar-a-Lago. The location doesn't matter. The voice matters. And this voice just stopped a war between the 7th and 8th hole. Very efficient. Nobody's ever done that. Now, let me finish my round, would you?
That's cute and funny, but in all reality, they actually they need to have, like, I don't even think they have a plan right now, but there's no plan I could see. Okay, I'll say it that way. There's no plan I'm seeing right now. I mean, they keep on telling them, and again, I understand I mean, just recently, the president of Iran quit. Did you see that, Bill?
Yeah.
Did you see the whole thing with it though?
Well, no, but here's what they're doing as far as the plan. It's economic.
Bill. That's not what I asked. Okay. Did you see the entirety of how the president of Iran quit?
No.
Okay. We're going off of that. What happened is the president of Iran turned in his resignation and said it on X. Hey, I'm stepping down. No one's listening. The IRGC is the one right now. They're in control and they're trying to figure things out. The generals are going after see who controls Iran. They're not listening to me. I'm resigning. I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge. Next thing you know, Iran's like, oh, he didn't quit. You can't quit. Literally, that's how it's happening right now. We did our job too well with getting rid of their leadership. And yes, you can spout off all the stuff that it's economic right now. And yes, they have oil tankers that they are filling up with oil, and they're old and they're not holding the oil, so there's a leakage in the Persian Gulf right now of oil. There is a lot of stuff that is happening, but one, you're looking at a place that has 90 million people. You have a big, huge country. Just because you look at the map and it looks small on the map doesn't mean it's small. It's a huge country. It's about the size of half of America. It's pretty big. So, that being said, they need to figure out who is actually in charge. And then if they do not, like, hey, we want X, Y, Z. Oh, we don't agree with that. Okay. Find the next guy. Well, no, I'm the guy that speaks. No. We already know your location. We're getting rid of you. Sorry. We're going to get to the next guy. That's how you fucking do this shit. You Godfather it. You just take everybody. I mean, he's already done it the first part. Their actual religious leader is, well, one he's not what fuck what's it? I heard it like several times today. Hala or Hazma. It's part of the religion stuff. It's like they can't eat pork or hamel. Anyways, it's something ridiculous. But he's gay. They found out he's gay. But they can't really use him because he's in a coma or dead. I'm guessing dead. So they can't talk to him. They're going through like the generals and everything because our IRGC still wants to hold control. And from here's the double standards that I just did not like. The first part during this whole thing, what was Trump's main thing that he said during the whole thing? We're not wanting a regime change. Literally said that. National TV, internet, everything. And several times he's been double speaking the entire time. He'll say, no, we don't want a regime change. Oh, now we do want a regime change since we got rid of everybody. No?
We don't want to control it. We want the people to rise up and do the regime change, not
exactly
us directly. And right now you're killing the economy at $500 million a day. $500 million a day. Eventually, this is what they can see happening. One of many options is the people suffering, losing $500 million a day.
Okay, Bill.
Will rise up.
These are the same people. And I want you to understand this. These are the same people like Iran or Iraq and Afghanistan, where it's a joke, but it's not really a joke if you've actually, been there. That they participate. I'm trying to say this so we don't get a fucking ding off of YouTube. They have goat parties. We'll say that. Wink, wink. Okay. And there's stories from all military people that were in that area that they've seen this on their visor, or they have parties with goats and donkeys. It's funny. You can laugh, but that stuff's real. And you expect me to believe you're going to get somebody. I mean, I understand some of those people in Iran will they've already stand up. They're standing up. They were standing up beforehand, and then we started bombing. But they're not allowing the Kurds to come in and help out and be ground troops over there. But a lot of the places, Qatar's one place, UAE is a big place. Big. They're wanting to take over. Jordan's helping out a little bit with the information and allowing us to use their airspace. But and Saudi Arabia too, because Iran made the mistake of attacking the friends, which it's still kind of on us that they were getting attacked in the first place. But they were doing it beforehand anyways. And this is just a recent thing that they're doing. But no. I just hope it's over really quickly and it doesn't last as long. I just don't like the idea of we were the Republican Party is the party right now for no wars. And we're advocating for wars that we don't need to do. And we kind of needed to punch them in the face and get all this stuff done. But we needed to do it as fast as possible. And just blitzkrieg the whole thing. Anyways, you got something coming up to tell everybody?
Yeah, let's go to something a little bit lighter. Have you paid attention to the hearings this week?
Which ones? There's several of them.
Oh, Trump has such great cabinet people. I love Rubio. I mean, I just saw a couple of clips, but the last hearing that he had, I watched the whole 2.5 hours of it. But here was one little thing that happened. Just one little clip.
Unfortunately, Representative's time has expired. Going. Representative Salazar is recognized.
Yes, and giving contracts with no transparency is exactly the reason why you shut down USAID. So practice what you preach. I yield my time.
She gets to scream now too?
Chairman, can we take down her words?
I'll give you some time. I'll give you some of my time. Then you just
okay. Oh God, what kind of thing is this? What is this? You get asked questions for 5 minutes and you don't get time to answer. It's not a hearing.
I think you said clown
like
show
a dunk
before.
tank. What is this?
I don't have to tell you. I don't.
I've even used their time. How can I answer the question? They don't even give me time. I've had to use their time to answer your questions.
Yes.
All right, whatever.
All right. So I don't need to tell you that in my community, the city that I represent, the city of Miami, you're one of the most illustrious representatives, and that we're very proud of you, not only the Cuban Americans, but the Hispanic Americans in my
Why is she
community.
leaving? I'm going to answer her questions.
I will.
Oh, okay, I got it. Well, thank you for coming.
All right, so we're going to talk about, I just want to,
Yeah.
It's ridiculous because she went on for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Rattling did not let him answer or make one statement.
Here's the thing, okay? And I hate to say this, and I'm the person on this podcast. You, Johnny, you'll defend something because you. I want to be like the devil in the corner, saying, "What about this? What are they doing this?" I hate to try to defend something, and they're being ridiculous. Especially I've seen some Republican stuff happening that was ridiculous, but you don't have.
You're getting no information.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a hearing that you're supposed to learn something, and if they rattle off talking points for 5 minutes and don't let you answer, but Trump has some people who know how to respond to this shit. You know.
Well, yeah. I understand. Turn that back off. Hold on. We're not doing that right now. Hold on. What I want people to understand that when we're doing is I want to show everybody what you're voting for. And they're supposed to be representatives of your community. And every person I've seen that does something that ridiculous, I mean, AOC, the area that she gets voted in from Congress, her district, I honestly think if I went there, I would just see drooling, blithering idiots. Because they're voting for this type of person. And if I went there, I would be surprised if there are people that you could talk to and just have a good conversation and everything with. Because what they're showing of how they believe, what they believe, is ridiculous. And that's why a lot of people don't understand the Democratic isn't the Democratic Party that we're used to. They're socialists. A good portion of them are socialists. I say
they've gone full communist. I don't even consider them socialist.
I'll totally agree with you on that one. It's totally communism.
And the small percentage that are the traditional Democrats are too afraid.
No,
they're too afraid of the radical wing.
No, I don't think that is. I don't think that is true. I think because you still have people that say they're Democrats and they're still working within the thing, within the states of like John Featherman. Love him, hate him. You could actually have a good conversation with. And yes, it's hard to have a conversation with him.
Name another one. Exactly. They're all afraid because if they speak out of line, it's like we're getting rid of you.
No, I don't want to say it that way, only because he's the one that's most publicized. Okay. Okay. I can name another one. John Jones, I think it was. No. He was a Democratic congressman for North Carolina. I watch a lot of his stuff. He's like the AG right now for North Carolina right now. And he goes out and he posts his stuff on TikTok and social media, and he speaks to the people. It's like, hey, this is XYZ, and this is the reason why I believe it, and this is the reason why I want to go it this way, and I don't think we should do it this. I would actually have a good conversation with him. But yeah, the ones that are publicized right now that are getting the spotlight are crazy communists. And people are getting tired of it. even the people in certain communities. That's why I would be surprised that it wouldn't surprise me, because they still have that vote blue no matter who. Okay, you still have that, and you still have it on the right too. Vote red no matter who. When in all reality, our next senator, who's going to be who's going to be our next senator?
Paxton.
I hate that guy. I do not like that guy. That guy shouldn't be in the Senate race. The person that I wanted in there was
Wesley Hunt.
God, I was so hoping that he would win. But because Paxton, who's a piece of shit, is going to go into Senate. And he's a yes man. But he's also a yes man for I think it's a couple of billionaires that are like far, far, far right. Remember when we went over that whole thing about Texas becoming like anti-pot again? That was
I don't remember that.
Yeah, for a minute there. And there was a bill coming into Texas that got rid of all the pot stores, THC, CD,
THC?
No, THC. The
e-cigs?
No, they're cannabis. It's not THC, but it's it starts with a C.
CBT?
Anyway, CPT. Yeah, I think so.
CBT.
No, CBC. Is it CBT? Yeah, CBT. Anyways, he was trying to get rid of those stores, and that's like close to like $5 to $6 billion profit for Texas. And if he got rid of that, we would have gotten rid of $5 billion of businesses. And luckily, as soon as it hits the governor's desk, he's like, yeah, we're not doing this. Veto it. But it was Paxton that was leading the whole fucking ship.
Huh. I never knew what it stood for. Cognitive behavioral therapy.
Really?
The term CBT in the context of marijuana has two distinct meanings. Cannabitriol, minor cannabinoid found in the plant, and cognitive behavioral therapy, a psychological treatment for cannabis use.
Yeah. But here's a thing, okay, that I'm not gonna like, because okay, guess what? Trump has 2 more years. Paxton, if he wins, has 4 more after that. So he's in for another 4 years. And the way that unless we can get somebody like to go against Paxton in the next time frame, he's going to be senator for a while. And that's one guy I do not want senator.
Well, there's always Tallarico.
Who's Tallarico? Oh, God. The guy that literally kisses the freaking hot dog before he swallows it whole.
Did he do that? I haven't seen that one.
No, dude. Okay. He went in for some kind. He tried to get voted into some kind of office back in 2020. It was either the congressional seat or a Senate seat. And his whole stitch was, we don't have to eat meat. We don't have to have a barbecue to have. He didn't win for some reason in Texas because he said that. It's like the congressman race in District 23 with Brandon Herrera. Because I watched that one a lot because I love Brandon Herrera. He's a great guy. Now, saying that, the opposing side is just they're like a scaredy cat. And she had, I mean, just recently she had some kind of medical issue. And the first thing that Brandon did, he was like, hey, you know, we're not enemies. We're just, you know, running against each other. I hope you're doing good. Do you need me to call you? And I want to call you and make sure you're doing all right. I don't want to, I mean, we have to do this race, but that's how it's supposed to be. Okay. There's another thing in Oregon I don't want to talk about, but that's ridiculous. But there was what was that thing? It was, I forget where it was at. I think it was in Utah. It was both it was the Democratic and the Republican. They made an ad. Both of them. They were on screen at the same time. It was like, hey, I disagree with some of this ways that he wants to do his stuff, and he doesn't agree with all the stuff that I have. And they had it was a bipartisan commercial for both of them. But they were that's how it's supposed to be. I mean, as much as I want as much mudslinging as you could possibly do, that's all you see nowadays is mudslinging. Although Spencer Pratt does it pretty damn fucking good. He does it real good.
Too bad he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna move forward because they're gonna just keep counting votes. But the party that you're talking about, that it'd be great to go back to, that died shortly after Clinton. And the main thing that killed it was Pelosi. Pelosi drove that party of you do it my way, or I'm taking you off of all committees and I'm putting you in a broom closet, taking you out of your nice little office. And that's exactly how she ran it.
How did she get that much power?
I'm not sure exactly how she rose to it, but when she was speaker, that's how she controlled it. She controlled every single vote her way. They were too scared to go against her.
Hold on. I'm curious. Hold on real quick. Wow. Okay. I didn't know she was Speaker of the House for that long.
Yeah.
She was Speaker that her first term was like 2007 to 2011.
Right.
So that was
that's what I said.
Yeah. But she got back, her second term was 2019 to 2023.
Yeah.
God.
That's how she controlled it. That's how everything ran. You vote my way. You make it, even though you're sacrificing and going against your own district. And she knew exactly how many votes she needed. And if she knew she was going to get what she wanted, but had these people who were in moderate districts, she would go, okay, you can vote against this because we've got enough votes to pass it. She manipulated the whole party. And they feared her because she would rip them off of committees. They would have zero to do.
Yeah, but
in Congress, if they didn't do what she said.
Okay, here's the thing. Okay, to get in those committees, you have to pay in. Did you not know that?
Pay?
Yeah. Dude, look that shit up. I found that out and it fucking freaked me out.
Huh. It's party dues out of their campaign accounts.
Exactly.
Act as an unofficial committee tax, scaling and cost based on the prestige.
Yeah.
Well, everyone wants to be on a prestigious one, so they have to pay, but she takes away their opportunity if they don't play ball 100% with her.
She's out now, so it doesn't really matter. I just wonder who's the next person they're going to have to do that. Because Mike Johnson's not doing that. That's why you have a lot of people that are on that on those committees that are just reasonable people half the time.
Well, have you ever heard and I don't have it to pull it up, what Tulsi Gabbard, why she changed to Republican? And it was because she found out how she had to play ball by their rules.
Yeah.
Period.
Dude, it's not even that, dude. Have you seen a lot of the stuff they put her through?
Well, yeah, but that was very first. I'm talking about very first, right when she got in, was like, oh, look, I'm going to be doing all this stuff. No, you're going to be doing what we want you to do.
Yeah, she found that out, and that's the reason why she tried to become president. She was trying to get into the political race because she was hearing all the, oh no, we're not going through, Clinton's going to be our nominee. And then this is from her own words. Okay. Read her book too. Read her book. It is fucking fantastic. But she literally said, it's like, they didn't give us the option. Clinton was going to be the Democratic nominee. I went in there. So they would actually, and they just stonewalled her bad. Like real bad.
She was the only one when she was running that I was afraid of, that I thought could legitimately win against Trump.
Okay. You're still thinking, and I wish you would. I understand where you're coming from, and I love you for it. I would have voted for Tulsi Gabbard. Hands God, I would have voted for her because she's reasonable. She really is. Sorry. But the way that they treated her, and even after the fact, because she what was it? It wasn't until like she was saying she was independent by May. And then I think beginning of July or the end of June, she went to the Republican side. It wasn't fast, but it wasn't. It was fast, but it wasn't quick. If you understand. But because of all the stuff that they did, spying on her, blocking her, not able to get on planes. Did you hear about that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all the stuff that they did.
I think that was the last straw. I think it was right after they did that she turned.
She went independent after that, yeah. Because she was on, I think, the Sean Ryan podcast, and she divulged all that stuff. And then on Joe Rogan's podcast, she's like, I'm a Republican now. Or it was Drinking Bros. I think it was Drinking Bros. But talking about Tulsi Gabbard, her husband just got out of surgery, and he's in a lot of pain. And obviously, they cut out the cancer in the bones. So, if anything, please pray for her husband and for a speedy recovery and to get clear of that cancer, because it's just bone cancer is not a joke. But yeah. You got anything else, Bill?
Well,
and I just wanted to take a moment and say thank you. with all of our hearts to all of you who have shared such beautiful messages and prayers and well wishes for Abraham. We're truly humbled and so grateful to be surrounded by so much aloha from all of you during this very tough time. Aloha.
Yeah. Yeah. What still pissed me off, and I'm glad we did that day of her resigning and everything. What was it, Forbes? Tulsi Gabbard getting out of her job because she's totally against Trump. I mean, and then it came out like an hour later after Forbes did that. It was like she came out. She's like, "Hey, my husband has bone cancer. He's gonna have surgery. I'm gonna have to take care of him. I can't do both," which I totally understand. But anyways, Bill.
And then let's get on one other lighter one. I was talking about the cabinet members. Did you see Scott Bessent?
I think I.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
let's be clear here. Nobody is interested in the ramblings of a capo in the most corrupt regime in American history. We want to get some facts about this deal. That's what we're here for. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And I will ask my questions first today.
And we would like to hear what Adam Wyden and Jeffrey Epstein talked about. Your son's largest investment position was Rick's Cabaret. So did your son and Jeffrey Epstein talk about pole dancing as he begged him for money using your limited credibility?
Should I just proceed?
That God.
And this is was Scott Bessent's house until last year, and I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
You know he's gay, right?
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Dude, that Scott Benson's a mean asshole.
Oh, he is so slick.
He in a good way. But here, okay, on all that stuff, the Epstein stuff and like that. And I know you don't like it. It's fairy dust through all the stuff. And I want everybody that listens to this and say it was, well, Trump's in the X-Files or the Epstein files. Why didn't the Biden administration, while Trump was trying to get voted in, did they not use anything in there against it?
Because it's not.
Exactly.
And did you hear that Trump they say he keeps falling asleep in meetings?
We already did this, Bill. Bill.
We didn't do that live. We did that before.
Oh, you did that. We did it live. That was the first part of the episode. Yeah, because I had to coerce you to do the freaking Killdoser stuff.
Really?
Yes,
I am. Shit, that was an hour and 3 minutes ago. You expect I remember that?
No, I don't expect you to remember anything, Bill, honestly. Half the time I'm trying to snap my fingers and you're not looking at the screen trying to get your attention. I'm going to have to treat you like a cat and just do like a laser. Okay?
Wait, you know Pavlov's dogs?
No.
Do you know do you know what that actually is?
No.
He noticed that when you gave them food, they started to drool when they saw the food before they even ate it.
Yeah, most dogs do.
Yeah. So he started ringing a bell every time he gave them food, and they drool, ring a bell, they drool. Then he rang a bell without giving them the food, and they started to drool anyway. It was an autonomic reaction.
Yeah.
That's what. So right now, that's how people are programmed. You can go data center, and they just go nuts. They just have to hear the words. It's an autonomic reaction. I don't think I don't know if people are really into what they're saying. It's just an autonomic reaction now.
Yeah, I've had a discussion with somebody that they did that. I was like, dude, you do realize like golf courses do like 100 million gallons of water too, right? You gonna get rid of those? After like 2 or 3 things that he was going off of, I was like, he's like, what about the water? I was like, they're air cooled. The new technology is for air cooling. It's for most computers and everything nowadays. That's what they're going to go with those data centers. Oh, he didn't shut up after that. We just discussed other things.
The easiest way to do.
It's like what I have to do with you. I got to snap my fucking fingers and give them actual data. And then you're like, or I just mute you. Muting helps a lot better. And it's better for me because I'm not screaming at you. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. It works. It works. And you're like, I'm not talking anymore. Oh, Dave has something he needs to say. Okay. I'm sorry. I'll go back. Am I on my hole now? Do I have to come out? Can I ask? Can I come out? But no, and I don't you dare.
I can do that from my end.
I will.
Oh,
I will lock you out. No, speaking in that, I wanted to have a compilation of, and I'm thinking about doing this next week, is a compilation of all the new technologies coming out to, one, stop the extra energy that's coming out, because they have a new company that I just watched a couple of days ago for the data centers. And it basically what they are is a new magnet flywheel. They don't have to have any kind of lubrication or anything. And it generates power. They actually use them in docks, like Houston.
It doesn't generate power. Here's what the flywheel is for. It's in a vacuum, and it basically maintains power. It holds a charge, just like your lithium ion batteries.
Which
it holds a charge like lithium ion. They have other batteries that they're going to be moving to that are called iron air batteries. It's
no.
And
even there, they made a bigger discovery for sodium batteries. No, is it sodium? I think it's sodium.
They've been working with sodium, but
they just did a breakthrough. Some of the cars that they're putting in, they're going to be half lithium, half sodium. It's some kind of new carbon-based filament that they're using to get it to charge and everything. Because one thing, this is just me remembering of the video that I was watching on the documentary on that. It was basically, from what they said, there's a sodium they couldn't use because the electrons couldn't get into the grooves good enough, and they were collecting, and they would it would just break the battery. But they found a new carbon-based. I don't want to say carbon. It's some kind of new material they're going to use, new graphite way they're doing it, and it gets the electrons, because the sodium electrons are a lot bigger. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think it may still be a while, and the activists would still fight it because even that can go into thermal runaway.
Well, okay, they're gonna fight everything they possibly can. Okay, but remember when we went to that and I didn't say anything at meeting because I was like, how stupid are you? Okay. When we went to the one where it was for the districting stuff for like the housing, like the two main ones was like two little platforms. It was two plots of land. It was the second one I went to with you. And that guy in a wheelchair was talking about in Alaska when they had like the temporary people come in. You remember now, right?
Yeah, he didn't listen to the presentation at all because he
wanted his agenda to be talked about, and it wasn't even written down that it was said in that because it was like, well, we're going to strict that because it doesn't pertain to anything what you're talking about, so we're going to strict it for the record. But what people don't understand when you have like temporary living stuff like that, you don't know who you're getting. Honestly. And yes, it's that old mentality of their tribe. Okay. Bill, hey, this is where you communicate with me. Okay.
Oh, I was looking up the sodium to see if it's actually
It's still in the process. It's still under development. They just started the development like in 2018, and it's still a process. I'll send you the link of the stuff, okay? But anyways, we're still okay. In our DNA, it's still that tribal stuff. Okay. All right. We have a group together. We have me. We'll just say our the three knowns right now, me, you, and Candy. Okay, we're our own little tribe. Okay, and you bring in somebody we don't know, we're gonna talk to you and go, hey Bill, who's so and so, what's this stuff? Oh, he's a guy that just he cut my yard and he seemed a nice person and everything like that. Okay, well, me and Candy are still gonna be, going out and saying, hey, we're going to ask you questions. Or we're not going to say that. We're not going to say ask you questions. I'm just going to ask them questions and everything like that. We're going to come to our own conclusion. And when we feel that we're in a good state where we'll bring that guy in, we'll bring that guy in. But people still have that mentality no matter what. And yes, we don't know who these people are that are coming in to work on this stuff. They could be all crackheads. We don't know, but they still work. So,
but more than likely not. If anyone who really wants to see what's going on with bringing people in, watch the city council meeting from the 2nd, because they went into extreme detail on that. And what you're going to get is the crime question was brought up. And if you look at actual stats on these construction sites, you don't see that. They're doing some intense background checks on these people. And like something that was said when a citizen brought up the crime aspect, there are so many people lined up for these $100+ hour, dollar an hour jobs that the people know that if they do something, they're out. So it's not like you're off the street people on these big construction projects for these things.
No, you're absolutely right. But okay, we'll do this. Hold on. Let me find it. This happened in our area. Okay, I'm not going to say the business because I still work there, but a business in Wichita Falls. Guy who was working there for like 30 years decided to steal supplies, and these supplies were average worth of $100,000. Do I know what they were? Yes, absolutely. I know the whole thing. I know the reason why. But according to the Crime Corner article, He stole the supplies. He was arrested, but he was working for how much? Damn it, working for my job for like 30 years, and he stole these supplies. One, the supplies that he stole are very, very. You can't sell these parts to other people and make your money back. And as soon as they found out that he was selling these parts, they called in the other places in town that have to use these equipment. And they're like, oh yeah, so-and-so just came in. Okay, now we know who it is. That's how easy it was to catch this guy. But anyway,
there's probably no reason you can't mention it because it's on Texoma's homepage. It's not a private classified thing. They even put his name out.
Yeah.
So,
and okay, Bill. It's like this. Okay, I don't say where I work at because if we could become popular, okay, God forbid we ever become popular, okay. And yes, you can do your due diligence to figure out where I work. Hey, am I going to be mad at you? No, because you did your research. And if I get a couple of phone calls from HR telling me, hey, so-and-so said you're doing XYZ, is this true? I'm like, no. Why you? Oh, it's probably my pod. And I know the HR, and I told them, it's like, hey, I'm doing a podcast. And I get political at times. I don't mention my job. I don't mention anything unless it's like public knowledge. But other than that, I do not mention my job. My job is not even mentioned in the podcast. They're like, okay, as long as you don't mention people up at your work, we're fine. But there's people out there that like to, they'll find a way to hurt somebody just because they don't believe in the same things that you believe. You know?
I don't recognize him.
I didn't recognize him either, man. And we'll go ahead and close this out and we'll talk about that.
Oh, well, I want to finish one concept that was going on, and okay. It's your flywheel. There's a reason for flywheels, and the new batteries they are going to are iron air batteries. There's a chance Google will be putting it. Google's building a massive iron air battery field, but they take a while to.
God damn it! Yes. Okay. No.
They take a while to kick in. It's not like lithium ion that it takes over. It takes a while to kick in. So if you use lithium ion to do that in between before it kicks in, then you still got the problem of everyone fighting it for lithium ion, thermal runaway, and they're dangerous. So instead, they're pairing it up with the flywheel that you were talking about. It temporarily stores the energy, and then when the power is cut, the flywheel energy can take over until the iron air batteries power up.
Yeah.
Then the whole iron air can hold a charge for 100 hours.
I think it's like Uni in Utah that are doing these flywheels, and they're getting if they ever come public, which they're not public right now, but if they could use some investing and everything like that, I would put millions.
Well, there's other data centers already using it. It's already in use.
Yeah.
It's not a new thing.
No, you don't understand. I know the company that's doing it, and I would put millions in that company. So you don't put millions of dollars into like data centers. Okay. You put millions of dollars in the parts that go into the data centers.
Right. And I sure wish I'd have put some into NVIDIA 6 months ago. Oh my God.
Oh, dude, I think another 4 to 5 years is going to be up to $10 trillion. It's already at 5. I mean, putting money in NVIDIA right now, yeah, I would still do it because it's only going to go up.
Yeah, there are some technicalities in there that I won't go into because it would be really, really complicated. But that's one of the reasons why the do what?
And we're closing up.
Oh. Okay. Can we do a 25-second segment on the difference, the before and after in DC of one of the fountain areas?
Yeah. Yes. Well, we showed this already, but yeah.
No.
Oh my God. Did you hear about the reflecting pool? There was a woman that was like, I'm Democratic and I hate Trump and everything, but he did a good job on the reflecting pool.
I'm not sure that picture is real, but that one is.
Yeah.
This lady I follow, Emily, she's a jogger, a news person that jogs, and she's been keeping up every day. She puts a post on the reflecting pool.
It's gorgeous from a lot of the people are putting out there. They're like, man, him painting that thing is just wonders. How much sludge.
And then there's the hologram that they're going to put in it.
I seriously don't think they're going to do it, but that would be
funny. How about
funny.
that one?
Yeah, that'd be funny. Anyways, Bill, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. I'm David Dickerman.
I'm Wild William.
Love you guys. Goodbye.
Goodbye.